There was once an animal called the Siberian unicorn, and it roamed the plains of Russia, Central Asia, and Eastern Europe. It looked kinda like a buffalo with a big horn. Maybe the most interesting thing about this animal is that it lived at the same time as humans, and probably came into contact with them. Did this unicorn poop rainbows? Well, no, we don't think so, but the fact that a unicorn really existed and lived at the same time as humans is cool enough, don't you think? What is happening, potato pals? This is InformOverload. I'm Charlotte Dobre, and on this channel we tell you about the most interesting news stories we find on the internet, and we make them more entertaining where appropriate. If you don't follow us on social media, I'm like, can you just do that already? I'm tired of telling you to do it. Just do it. Do it! We'll give you an invisible potato. The legend of the unicorn has been around for a long time. Myths about unicorns have existed throughout human history. Basically what we know is the unicorn was a horse, a goat, or some sort of beast with a single horn. Ancient Greek accounts of natural history mention the unicorn. The Bible also describes an animal called the reem, which is sometimes translated to unicorn. In the Middle Ages and during the Renaissance, the unicorn was described as a magical creature that could only be captured by a virgin. Its horn is said to have the power to make poisoned water drinkable, and also to heal sickness. Okay, so maybe the unicorn wasn't magical, but one has to wonder, could it be possible that these mythical creatures were actually based on real animals, maybe even animals that are now extinct? One contender for a unicorn includes narwhals, who basically look like a cross between a unicorn and a dolphin. Narwhal tusks were actually sold as unicorn horns in medieval times. Another animal that could have spawned the unicorn myth is rhinos, and there is an extinct species of rhino with a huge long horn that's actually called the Siberian unicorn. The Siberian unicorn, also known as the Lasmodarium, weighed 4 metric tons and was about the size of a mammoth. The Siberian unicorn's main differentiating characteristic is their huge, thick horn that sits atop their foreheads. The exact function for this horn isn't known. It was probably used for defense, attracting mates, sweeping snow away from the grass that they ate, and even digging for water and plants. They are related to rhinos and were herbivores like rhinos. The Siberian unicorn split from the rhino group roughly around 43 million years ago. This means that the Siberian unicorn is the last species belonging to its lineage. One thing that I will note is that Siberian unicorns galloped like horses. They had longer legs than rhinos and moved around kind of like how horses do. Until now, it was believed that the Siberian unicorn went extinct 100,000 or even 200,000 years ago, but according to new research published in the journal Nature, Ecology, and Evolution, it was probably kicking around until pretty recently, like somewhere around 39,000 years ago or even 35,000 years ago. That means that humans most likely came across it. Humans and Neanderthals were living in Central Asia and Siberia around 40,000 years ago. Is it a possibility that the Siberian unicorn gave birth to the mythical creature known as the unicorn? Well, honestly, who knows, maybe it could be possible. Siberian unicorns died out completely around 29,000 years ago, and that's probably due to a number of factors. Number 1, climate change, which had an effect on their food source. And they also died out because word on the street is they were pretty picky eaters. Siberian unicorns are essentially gigantic prehistoric lawnmowers. When the earth started to warm up, grasslands started to shrink. They didn't have that much to eat anymore. Human hunting also probably led to their extinction. Humans are actually responsible for the extinction of many animals after the last ice age. One thing we can learn from the Siberian unicorn and its untimely extinction is how modern rhinos might react to climate change. After all, rhinos and Siberian unicorns are related, and interestingly, rhinos are also picky eaters. It's one of the reasons why rhinos are endangered. They are very picky about their habitat, and any change to environment could lead to the rhinos going extinct completely. What do you think? Could mythical unicorns have been based off the Siberian unicorn? Let me know in those comments, but for now, I'm gonna do some comment replies. These were from our video TikTok Predator Exposed the Buddy. I'm a legendary person and every woman knows me said, is this host single? Depends who's asking. Unemotional bitch said, I wonder what Charlotte do in her free time. I have no free time. I go to acting class, I watch Narcos, I sleep. Ingi Azem said, I saw this rumor circulating around for a while. When you talk about things that actually happen, I believe you immediately because you are the only news channel I trust. Keep it up. I really appreciate that, and honestly I do my best to be as trustworthy as possible. Like, maybe we clickbait you with our titles, but we will never give you fake information on purpose. I use at least 3 sources for every single video you see on IO, and I always cross-check facts. If there's ever a time when we give false information by accident, we will make an update video about it. Marcus said, all social media platforms should have a filter for creepy perverts. I mean, I wish, but I feel like there wouldn't be very many people on social media anymore if that were the case. Shivani Crystal Nahidi said, he hasn't been arrested, he's at home playing video games, I follow him on Twitch. I guess that was probably a rumor. Like I said in the video, there was no news stories about the Bade being arrested, so I doubted that he actually was, but thank you for the info. Welcome to the end screen, the video is over, thanks for spending a few of your valuable minutes with us. You can keep watching IO by checking out this playlist we put together for you. And don't forget to subscribe so I can see you in the next IO video.